biggest douche of the universe. In all the galaxies, there's no bigger douche than you. You've reached the top, the pinnacle of douchedom. Good going, douche. Your dreams have come true.
So as many of you have probably heard by now, the news has spread really fast because I think a lot of people were waiting for confirmation. There was a YouTuber by the name of Etika, even using kind of past tense is new and weird. A YouTuber by the name of Etika who they were found dead. It's been confirmed by police. I just watched. It's an 8-minute video called "I'm Sorry" that I believe was on his channel. At this time, it was removed. Other people have re-uploaded it. And I will say, having watched that video, even though I was not very familiar with him, I couldn't help but really
pretend to care about what he was saying.
I will say, if you're in like a vulnerable place, I wouldn't recommend watching it. It's kind of messed with my head today. Although that's not the purpose of this, to make this in any way about me.
Oh yeah, Philip, you're totally not trying to make this about you.
Thing in this video that I could say that like in any way would make anything better right now in this moment for the people that are impacted by this, to the greatest degree, to the slightly disconnected place. But the closest thing I have for that is,
don't forget about me today. Lots of crazy distractions in the news right now, but don't forget how sad I am.
Smashburb is probably feeling even stupider than he usually does.
I think it says a lot more about you than it does about me, that your first reaction to all of this was, yes, now I have something to dunk on Burb with. I already apologized and owned up to my mistake in the 400+ post thread, even before he was found dead.
You didn't apologize for Jack. You spent a whole day trolling about this and trolling people who showed genuine concern for it. You look like a clown, but I'm sure by now you're used to that.
Yes, I did. I can't find the original post. It seems like it was modded for some unknown reason, but you can see it get quoted in post number 277 of this thread. Is this buttfart guy again, by the way? If so, you're the last person who should be calling me or anybody else a clown. You can't even keep an account for longer than a month.
Now where are the people like Smashburb who kept going on and on about this all being a publicity stunt? I told you guys that he had serious problems. SMH. I hope he rests in peace.
In this thread, replying to people like you who decided that bragging over being right is appropriate.
I cannot believe that you are seriously doing this. And you Smashburb have a lot of nerve to accuse anyone of being inappropriate when you're doing the exact same thing. At least King Ice Sonic realized his mistake and has dropped the subject. And your response is to keep the argument going?
What? No, he didn't. He just doubled down on it. Did you even read his post?
What matters is people trivializing something as serious as mental health issues.
What do you think he meant by that? In case you still don't understand, it's another shot at me and anyone else who had doubts about this being legit. I don't understand why you're complaining at me about this. I didn't add anybody into this thread to talk smack. That's entirely on King Ice Sonic and Awesome to the Max.
Yeah, his Switch was there, which was his most prized possession. People who called him out for just doing this for attention are gonna be feeling bad soon. Well, some people are just terrible human beings who laugh at suicide, so I guess not everyone will.
Kinda rich coming from someone who's currently bragging about the possibility they might have been right about someone committing suicide. Seriously, it's pretty sick that this is the first thing that came to your mind upon hearing that news. Yes, now I'm gonna get one over on those GameFAQs doubters.
What he said was badly said, but don't act like your hands are innocent in this burb. You've been kind of leading the charge of the "he's faking it" crowd.
Not once in my message did I say anything about being innocent, nor did I deny that I'm leading the charge. Just that it's kinda stupid for someone to go, neener we're right, over someone potentially killing themselves.
How dare you insult me for saying that he's faking it and you guys are giving him attention. How absolutely despicable.
Literally bragging about potentially being right about a suicide.
Dude, just stop. Someone may be found soon in a body of water. Really now, your go-to rather than either admitting you went overboard in attacking people for thinking there was a possibility of him actually committing suicide, or to just stop talking. That everything up to now was an elaborate ploy for him to just show up laughing despite how serious this became, and that everyone who believed him was stupid. Your go-to now is not only to continue attacking people but to try to drag them in your own cesspool? No. Just keep it up. It's your reputation, not mine. Make yourself famous, dude. Good grief.
And your go-to is to brag online to someone about possibly being right about said body floating in the river. But you're so much better. Get off your high horse. If you're such a humanitarian, the last thing you'd be worried about right now is bragging to some guy on the internet you think wants to be famous.
I'm not bragging about anything. Somebody is likely dead, and people on this dumb website for manchildren are arguing about psychology and depression like they're experts and not some neckbeards who watch 3-hour-long YouTube videos and think that they're an expert, and we shouldn't show empathy for those with mental illness.
Whole lot of projecting going on in this post. I think the real, manchild way to go about this would be to hear that news, and immediately think, now it's time to rub it in those meanies' faces that I was right all along, instead of thinking, wow, this looks bad. Notice how I stopped posting in this thread after the news broke, and even deleted my most recent argumentative post from just before the news about his belongings being found. Go back and look. The deleted post is mine. You and the others are the ones who want to take the opportunity to talk about how great you are for being right. The only thing that made me start posting here again was the moral grandstanding Dover was doing. Get your priorities in order.
Really? Really? You deleted posts to try to cover up just how ugly you were to people because you were looking really bad, which helps you not a bit because you're still quoted by the other people who saw your posts, which is why. I'm pretty sure you've tried to delete this topic or trying to, just like how the other one mysteriously closed when you started taking L's. No one's talking about how great they are for being right. Everyone's pissed because a topic that was about Etika possibly being dead got completely derailed because you wanted to use it as a troll vehicle. You should be banned for life. This topic and the other topic was simply hoping that the man wasn't dead, and you want to use it to call people stupid and make them feel like idiots. And now you want to make them feel bad for not being idiots.
I only deleted one post, and it was the one right before the link to the news story about his belongings being found. LMFAO, how did I get a thread closed? I'm not a moderator. I can't just ask people to close threads. You're paranoid. And now it's being derailed so you guys can do some moral grandstanding. Or peddle some bizarre conspiracy theories, in your case.